YouTube, what's happening? It is Thursday, January 9th. I had to look because we're on college football, and the way it shows up is just weird. You got to scroll to the bottom, get to the games. But we have two college games, the next 2 games. There's only 3 games left in the college football season, and it is done, finito, until August at the earliest. Oh, I swear, the longest off season ever. Every season is so rough, but hey, whatever, it's good. We have 2 great games today and tomorrow. Notre Dame, Penn State, Ohio State, Texas. We're going to cover both of the games. Originally, I was only going to do Notre Dame or Penn State, but then I was like, let's just go ahead and throw the other game too. Let's do them both in one video for you, make it nice and easy. So we're going to cover both of these. Break them both down, look at all the stats, info, not props. I don't do props in college. So, but all the other stuff, and see if we can make some plays, some picks. I'd like to have at least 2 plays per game. That would be, because I'm going to watch both. Obviously, I'm watching these, so I want something to root for. So, enough talking. Let's go ahead and jump into this first game right now. First thing we see is Notre Dame is a 2.5 point favorite over Penn State. That's the first thing that stands out to me. 45.5 is that total. We want to look at what these 2 teams have been up to all season, because that's what we do around here. We kind of see what they've been up to. Notre Dame's whole schedule, in case you forgot, I know it doesn't matter anymore, but they still lost that team. That was still wild. That was a crazy game to watch. And then you see something happened when they lost. They just got pissed off and started just kicking everyone's ass after that. Just everyone, no one stood a chance. Only USC gave them a fight. And then Indiana was there, and then Georgia. I guess you shouldn't be in the playoffs if you don't have your quarterback. Interesting. So, yeah, what a fun one there. And then, the Notre Dame's defense has been amazing all year. So, and now they're playing Penn State, who also has an amazing defense. I think you know which way I'm leaning in this game already. Let's look at Penn State real quick. They have been great most of the year. Most of their schedule was, they lost to Ohio State and Oregon, obviously the 2 better teams in the conference technically. Statistically, rankings, whatever you want to go by. Then they crushed SMU, they crushed Boise. It just wasn't, man, talking about an easy road to the Final Four, right? That's a simple road right there. Thankfully, they're already talking about reseeding for next season. They're like, whoa, this ain't gonna work. Hold up, let's think about this real quick. Yeah. How about let's just not give conferences the bye. Let's give the top 4 teams the bye. There we go. That'd be a little more smart. That make more sense. So we have those games. To the sheet, here we go. Man, this sheet looks weird compared to the other sheet I use now. I will have this sheet updated for the next season to match the other sheets. I just wasn't going to do it for a handful of games, and I couldn't do bowl games because half the people don't play. So, but here it all matters because everybody still plays. So, first thing you notice is Notre Dame. They're not good at passing. Leonard just doesn't throw the ball much. He's more of a runner. The defense, lower scoring games. Rushing yards, they both like to run the ball. Penn State doesn't. They're the same team basically. Notre Dame's defense and Penn State's defense, they both are just stingy. They don't give up much. I think we know the obvious thing to do here is to focus on the under here. It's 45.5. I can't see a reason why we would ever want to take the over in this game. Yeah, they score points in these games, but who they? I was against them. Now they're playing each other. 2 great defenses. No, I took the under in the Penn State Georgia game on purpose, and it was beautiful. I took the under. I've taken Penn State unders a bunch this year. So yeah, so I think I'm going to take the under 45 in this one. Is that what it is? Under 45.5 is definitely one I'm going to go. I don't see either team dominating the other team. I see a low scoring game. I don't see many points. I see defense just ruining the day. Now, if you want to side, Notre Dame's been playing great. But Penn State, let's look at there we go. Look at this a little bit closer. Indiana and Georgia I think Indiana and Georgia is a much tougher test than SMU and Boise. Sorry, it is. I just don't think, So part of me thinks I shall, if you can made me take a side, I would take Notre Dame. They're favored for a reason. It's on a neutral site in Miami. It's just, Penn State's always been kind of like are they really that good? And Notre Dame's just been crushing ever since they lost that game. So yeah, and look at their schedule. A&M, Louisville, Navy, Army, all ranked teams. Penn State's, they beat Illinois, cool, but they lost their other 2 ranked games. I would take Notre Dame to win this one. And you know what? We should just go ahead and jump to the next game. Let's go ahead and do Friday too. So let's just jump to the next game. All right, we're here with the second game now. We have Ohio State and Texas. We can see it is OSU is favored by 5.5 with a 53.5 total. Let's look over at the actual teams, what they've been up to. Ohio State, we know their whole schedule. They lost to Oregon by 1 back in October. They somehow, some way lost to Michigan. And then I took that. I was like, man, there ain't no way that they're going to do any good, because how do you lose your rival? And then they came out and just thumped Tennessee, and then they actually thumped Oregon too. It's like, okay, whoa, hold up. Maybe they figured something out. Maybe they're embarrassed by it. Maybe they said, no, not anymore. Okay. So now they have Texas. So, I mean, to be honest, hell, these two teams are on the same level, if not better than Texas. So this is, it might not be pretty. Let's look at Texas, what they've been up to. They won all their games except for this game against Georgia and this game against Georgia. And then they thumped Clemson, and then they barely got by Arizona. They were thumping Arizona State. They were up, 16 points in the fourth quarter, and then all of a sudden, bang, bang, all of a sudden Arizona State comes back, and all of a sudden we're tied and we're going to overtime? Yeah. Yeah, so it wasn't close, and then all of a sudden it was tied. Man, football, I swear. So, yeah, that game looks better than it was. Like, it was literally turning into a blowout, and all of a sudden Arizona State just bam, tie game. So now they have Ohio State, way bigger talent level than what they played in these two games. I mean, that is a jump in talent. That is a jump in just overall. So if you struggle to close out Arizona State, how the hell are you going to close out Ohio State, who probably has the strongest roster in the country? I don't know how you're going to do that. Yeah, and people are going to say, oh, bring in Arch. Man, shush. Arch has played against one Conference USA team and looked okay against them. Ooh, good job. This is Ohio State we're talking about, buddy. I don't think it's going to be good for him, to be honest. I don't know. Let's look at some stats, though. Well, let me reserve my opinion until we look at stats. So we see they're about the same. They both are really good at passing. This is their whole season stats, obviously. And this is how they rush per game. And then we have the defense. The defenses are both nasty. That Texas D-line is pretty good, but Scadaboo didn't give a damn about that at all, now did he? I don't think he did. So that man run hard. Ohio State's D is just absolutely disgusting. They didn't force many turnovers. That's the only thing that really stood out. And Texas allowed a bunch of turnovers, 1.6 per game. That's not good. You don't want to be doing that against a team like Ohio State that has number one pass defense, number one total yards, number one points. Ooh. So based on all that, based on their schedules, based on this whole thing, look at the numbers. So if I'm going to play two things, first thing, like the last one, it was obvious what I was going to play. I was literally leaning under from the second I saw the matchup. I was like, oh yeah, it's going to, whatever the total is under. I thought it was going to be like 38. Personally, I thought it was going to be like a service academy game. It wasn't. It was 45.5. So under. Don't care what the number is. It's like, and some people are going to be like, ooh, 45.5. They're just trying to trick you. They want you to take the under. Bitch, have you seen those defenses? I'm taking the under. I don't care. If I lose, I lose. Good job. That means them players are able to score on them beast defenses. In this game, both defenses are pretty beastly. Again, you can see you saw the numbers here. Let me show you, remind you real quick. You see these numbers, right? These defenses are beastly too. So Ohio State's offense is absolutely clicking. I took the under in the Ohio State-Oregon game. I thought, okay, these both defenses are going to do good. Not today. I think Texas is about to have a rude awakening. I just don't think they're going to be able to keep up with the Ohio State team. That's just my personal thought. I'm taking Ohio State 5.5. If you can crush Oregon and Tennessee like that, Texas is the same level. And if Texas struggles with Arizona State, if you can't close them out, that says something about you as a team. You couldn't close them out, and defense is what you rely on. Look at the numbers. This is what they do. And Scadaboo just, nope, you ain't closing us out yet. So I think the talent level is going to be a major jump. I don't know how Texas is going to respond to that major jump. And it's in Chick-fil-A. It's in the Peach Bowl, which means it is in Atlanta, I believe. Right? Where is the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl? It makes sense to be Atlanta in Georgia. So you just check. Where is Peach Bowl? Make sure I'm not crazy. Yeah, it's in Atlanta. Good. That's what I thought. All right. So it doesn't matter. Fans will travel like crazy. That's not nothing to worry about. I mean, if I was going to take something else besides Ohio State, if I was over or under, I would still lean under. It's 53.5. Now I'm a little scared of this over under because I can theoretically see Ohio State like whooping Texas, kind of like they did Oregon, and also they're up 30 in the first half, and it's like, whoa. Like they were on Oregon, and then they got to probably pull back, and all of a sudden the overhits. That could happen. I'm expecting a much slower scoring game, like maybe like a 24-17 type affair would be nice. maybe a 21-14, something low scoring. I think, yeah, that's why I think the defense is going to rule in this. So, but under would be my second choice in this one, under 53.5. But Ohio State 5.5 is my main choice. So that's my 4 plays. I'm gonna take all 4. I'm gonna take Ohio State the under and Notre Dame in the under. So I'm gonna take those 4 plays, and then we'll have if it happens, we'll have Notre Dame and Ohio State for the national title. Oh God, it's gonna be unbearable to listen to for like a week. So we'll have them though. So, all right, that's it. That's all the plays. When is the game? It is on the 20th, I believe, right? Let me make sure you can see what I'm saying. There we go. Yeah, it's on the 20th right there. So I'll have the video out that day for this game, breaking it down, making the play, making the pick. So I appreciate being here. Drop a like, subscribe, and we will see you closer to that day for the championship game video. Put in the comments what you're playing too, so I can see. Maybe put a parlay in there. Why not? It's only 2 games. Let's have some fun. So we'll see you then.